Hey everybody, it's Dave. I'm out here early on a Sunday morning. What is today? The 14th of January, 2018. I keep doing that. 17 degrees. Well, we got back into some cold weather here, but it's not as cold as it was last week. I remember going out last Sunday and it was like 7 degrees. So anyway, we're 10 degrees warmer than it was a week ago today. Anyway, I'm in the car. I'm going to see a movie today. I'm going to see The Post. Okay, it's a movie by Steven Spielberg. It's got Meryl Streep, Tom Hanks in it. It's about the Pentagon Papers situation. Katharine Graham and the Washington Post and all that stuff. Daniel Ellsberg. You know, if you're old, you probably remember it. I thought that was a little kid back then, so I don't remember too much of it. I mean, I kind of remember it, but you know, I was a tiny kid. But what was I? You know, probably in high school back then. Anyway. So I'm going to see that movie today. Very few movies I find today are made for people like me, guys in their 50s that want to, and they don't make movies for guys in their 50s much anymore, at least stuff in the theaters. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. As for the Washington Post, I've lived in the D.C. area since the early 70s. Either through my family or me personally, I have subscribed to the Post for like 4 decades. I think it's a good newspaper. I like it. It's been through a lot of changes over the years. I don't think it's as good as it used to be. I had a print subscription up till a couple of years ago, and I finally canceled that. But I do have an online subscription to it on their website. I know some people over there, so they give me a free sub. Every year or so I say, hey, it ran out. Can you re-up me? I'm a good buddy, wink, wink, and I know a few people there, so they do that. So I get to see, it's not a bad paper. Be honest with you, if I'm looking for local news, I'll go over to the radio station website, WTOP. I think they do a better job of that. Most of the stuff on the Post website is national news, it's political stuff. They still do some local stuff, but they're kind of under Jeffrey Bezos, the owner of Amazon. He bought them a couple of years ago. It's a good paper, but they're definitely on life support. So anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. And, when I come out, I will give you all, you just snap your fingers, and I'll tell you what I think of it, okay? All right, folks. All right, everybody. How you doing? Snap my fingers. I saw the movie just like that. Bam! Anyway, here I am sitting in traffic. Yeah, it's 2:42. The movie was about 2 hours long. It was a very good movie. I really did like it a lot. The Pentagon Papers, Daniel Ellsberg, 1971. I didn't realize, the Washington Post back then was having a lot of financial troubles, and they were getting sold, or they're refinancing or whatever on Wall Street, and this was all going on at the same time that, they had to go up against Nixon and the court and all this other stuff. And they could have, theoretically, I guess, gotten shut down if they lost their financing for all their stuff. Anyway, it was a really good movie. I did like it. It's one of the better journalism movies I've ever seen. Tom Hanks was good. What was good about Tom Hanks is he played Ben Bradley. He was like the executive editor of the paper. And there was a number of times when I forgot it was Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is one of those actors where it's Tom Hanks. You see Tom Hanks first, okay? And there were some times in that movie where I didn't see Tom Hanks. I saw Ben Bradley. And that was an extremely good actor. I think Tom Hanks is like the Jimmy Stewart of our time. He's one of the best actors ever. He's great in everything he does, but he also has that really heavy-duty persona that kind of blends in like Jimmy Stewart. That's Jimmy Stewart. That's Jimmy Stewart. But he really channeled Ben Bradley in this, and I thought he was very good. So, very good. And Meryl Streep is I was going to say Katharine Hepburn. Katharine Graham, the grand dame of the Washington Post, who owned the paper at the time, and very well played. It was extremely good. Bob Odenkirk, wow, He's the guy from Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, the shiesty lawyer. Oh my goodness, he was great in this. You got to see what he looks like. They made him up in that early 70s style. David Cross, also, the comedian. I watched him in this movie, and I was like, who is that? I know who that is. I know who that is. And then I finally saw the credits, and it was David Cross. I'm like, yes! He's very good in this, too. It goes back to the old days where every newspapers had typewriters and landline phones and, phone booths and stuff like that. There were no computers, Anyway, it's a very good movie. And you could sit and debate about the movie and, how much journalism and stuff has changed in our country. Probably a lot. Anyway, the movie kind of ends. We don't get, Nixon, we always see him from the back, kind of looking in the White House windows. And at the very end, he says, I never want a Washington Post reporter in the White House again ever to cover me. And then they end the movie with the beginnings of, yes, the Watergate break-in. And of course, that was another huge get for the Washington Post. So, anyway, hope I didn't spoil it for you. If I did, so what? It's still enjoyable. It's history. It's all there. So you don't know what's going to happen. It's history. It's not fiction. So how do you spoil fiction? Nonfiction. Anyway, Dave reviews The Post. Meryl Streep, Tom Hanks, David Cross, Bob Odenkirk. Better call Dave. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. I love you all. God bless. And let me know if you like these movie reviews, and I'll give you another one. Bye.